a 3-day period of national mourning is beginning in the Democratic Republic of Congo following deadly floods in the capital, Kinshasa. Local authorities say more than 130 people have been killed, mostly in hillside areas which suffered landslides in the torrential rains. Buildings, roads and other infrastructure have all been swept away. Well, Kinshasa has grown into one of Africa's largest megacities with a population of over 15 million people. Rapid development and poor regulation have made the city increasingly vulnerable to flash floods after intense rains. Well, Anne Sawyer is our Deputy Africa Editor. And Anne, the pictures, the latest numbers, it is all extremely bleak, isn't it?
It is. And as you rightly say there, that this is a city that has grown really fast. There's been a lot of rural-urban migration, people going there to build houses with very poor regulation. And the infrastructure has not caught up with that pace of growth. And therefore, drainages were blocked. And homes were swept away. We're told up to 280 homes have been swept away, buildings have been swept away, and therefore it's a really dire situation. There are parts of the city that are not that have been cut off, that hampered some of the rescue operations, and we are told it may take days to restore that transport network.
How much anger is there? Because as you're speaking, we're looking at the pictures. They are absolutely devastating. You referenced rescue efforts. I mean, have they been successful at all?
Well, there are people who've been taken to hospital, but then the major road in the city was cut off. And therefore, there are people who've been cut off from some of the health facilities that would have been needed to help them. And so it's a really difficult situation on the ground. And as you say, yes, people are angry. They're saying that they blame the authorities squarely for this, for failing to ensure there are regulations that are followed when it comes to construction. However, the Interior Minister spoke out and said that some of the problem is caused by unsafe buildings which are archaic and has ordered for the demolition.
And in terms of the pictures we were seeing there and the response from government, realistically, is anything likely to change? Because, as you were saying right at the start, this whole area is actually prone to these sorts of landslides, given the way it's been built.
It is, and there are areas where they are not safe for human habitation, they are not safe for construction of any kind, but then people went ahead and built there. And so there is, that trading of blame on both sides. However, in 2014, they realized that there was a problem that was building up. They came up with planning, some of the urban plans to deal with the rapid urbanization. But critics say that those plans were never implemented, and therefore they have to go back to the drawing board. Some of the professional associations have been speaking out and saying that they blame this squarely on the authorities.